Hi everyone, it's Anja here and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are going to make a chakra mandala wall hanging. So as you can see, it's quite a large wall hanging in all the different colors of the rainbow, just like it is used for the chakra mandalas. I hope you will enjoy this tutorial. It's really simple to make and it's so effective to hang up. So what do you need? For this project I bought 7 wooden rings. They are 15 centimeter diameter and I got them online. The link is below. I also am using my 3.5 millimeter crochet hook, of course, scissors and a darning needle, and then we have magenta, proper purple, Cornish blue, apple, dandelion, spice and lipstick, all the Starcraft special DK colors. So I have already done all the other colors. Of course, I am today for you going to make the apple one. Okay, so let's get started. Let's make a magic circle. So make a cross over your fingers like this. Insert the hook underneath this strand, pick up the back strand, turning it towards you, bringing it through, then turning back towards that back strand and pulling it through the loop on your hook. Okay, remove your fingers, hold everything the way you normally hold it and do one more chain. There you go. So now we are going to do double crochets into the magic circle. So a double crochet is yarn over, insert into the circle, making sure you're working over the 2 strands here. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you are going to do 11 of them. This will, with the slip stitch, then make sure that we have 12 V's on the outside of our work. Now I have kept the pattern for the actual mandala bit identical for all the chakras. I have also made sure it's slightly logical so you can remember it easily. Okay, so let's just count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Let's now count the V's on top of our work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it is under this 11th V, I'm keeping my eye on it, closing the circle by pulling the little end here, holding it flat between your fingers so it doesn't start curling. There you go. You go under the 11th V. Let me just pull this closed a little bit more. Yarn over and you do a slip stitch through the loop on your hook, and this way you now have 12 V's going around the outside of your work. Like I said, I am keeping it slightly logical, so we are now doing a normal increase round. So chain 2. Disregard this chain until we get there from the other side, and now we are going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So go under every V and place 2 double crochets in each stitch. So from 12 V's we will now end up with 24. I bought the actual hoops online, so I shall leave a link for you to go to that shop. It's a normal craft shop in the UK. I don't know whether they do international shipments. You'll have to check that out. They arrived really quickly. There we go. So as you can see, my work is going up slightly like this, but that's okay. As long as you can lie it flat, it should be fine. And it should be fine as well, because we are doing the right amount of stitches for our second row. Okay, so now I've done 2 stitches in each V around. I still have this last V left, out of which is coming that chain 2. So to this V I need to add 1 double crochet as the first double crochet in that V. Then the chain is going to act as the second double crochet, and we are now going to go under the next V here. So skipping the 2 from the chain into the third, you are going to do a slip stitch completing your round. Okay, ready for the third round. Chain 2, disregard. Okay, so just forget about the chain 2 for now. Now this time we need to do a repeat of 3 stitches, and the way we're going to do it is the following. We skip the first stitch, this one here, we skip that one, we go to the next one, and in the next one you pick up 2 loops. We are going to do a double crochet, a chain 1 and a double crochet, because we want to create openings. So let's create some. There we go. Okay, skip the next V, into the next one you do a double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet, skip, in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And I must say this is a very simple but effective pattern, and I have made all the 6 hoops in an afternoon, and I would have had time to do the 7th one as well, but of course that's the one I wanted to film for you, so I had to wait and do this until my filming session here today. So you just keep going with doing your skip 1, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet in the next. And this gives our mandala a little bit of color on the inside, in the center of it, and I quite like that. And now the next row we're going to do more, more holes basically. So now we are here, so we're skipping that one, and indeed we now have to place our next lot of stitches in the one where that chain is already coming out of. Of course, this chain counts as our second double crochet. So skip 1, into the next, the first double crochet, the chain 1, then this acts as a double crochet. So we are going to skip those 2, go under the V here, and do your slip stitch. And that has completed the round. Look. Okay. Now we are going to do another slip stitch to bring us into the next chain space, because that's where we need to be for our next round. Now we are going to, that was Layla. Now we are going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And you are going to do a single crochet in the next chain space. So you started here, you skip 2 stitches, then here you have the first chain space. So you go in and do a single crochet. There we go. And this is how you are going to continue. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Into the next chain space, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness, Layla, what are you doing? And so on. Okay, there we go. So you should have 12 of these loops going around the outside of your work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 5, 6 and single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochet in the next chain space. 6. Yeah, and she's now on the desk. Oh my goodness. Asleep all day, but when I press that record button, I don't know what it does. 4, 5, 6. And like I said, it's been a really lovely little pattern to do and so easy to remember as well. So it took no time for me to make all 6. And of course, this is the 7th. Okay, so this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm nearly there into that chain space. Now, of course, we have these 2 here. Chain space here, chain space here, where we have to do another loop as well. But this time, because we need to finish on top of the loop, we are going to chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. Then you're going to yarn over, ready for a double crochet, and you're going to try and find something here to go under. Yeah, go find a V. Don't use just one loop because that will extend it. Go under this V here of that first chain and do your double crochet. There you go. Okay, so now let me lay it down. So now you're in, or as good as on top of a loop here where you're finished, and that's the location that you need to be. If you can't manage that, just do a chain 6, single crochet here, and then slip stitch to the middle of your loop there. But I find this is a much more efficient way of getting into the location where you need to be. Okay, so now for our last row. So we are going to just repeat the same thing as we did just now. 6 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then go to the middle of the next chain space and do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the next chain space, go around it, there you go, single crochet. See, so that's what we are doing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the next one. I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I have to do my last loop here. Once again, I am going to do 1, 2 and 3 chains, yarn over, and then go onto that location there, sort of where the previous row started, and do my double crochet. So once again, I end on top of, look, on top of my loop there. Okay, so this is where we are at right now, and this is now where we are going to start using the hoop. And as you can see, the actual mandala is not as big as the hoop because obviously we are going to stretch it. So you've got your work, you've got your hoop. Make sure that you're coming from the back so that your thread is coming through the hoop. Okay, hold it like you would normally. And basically we are going to do single crochets around the hoop. So just, I'm going to try and show you this. It's a lot easier if you can hold it closer to your body, but obviously I can't now. So what we are going to do is you sort of try and get hold of your yarn and do a slip stitch somehow, you know, through the loop. So you've got it there. Then you go under pick up again and go through. Under, pick up again and go through. And basically you are doing single crochets, but you are just working around that hoop. See? And I found that working on top of the hoop, that made it quite easier. There we go, see? So now I've done 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 and my 10th. So I've done 10 single crochets around the hoop, and then now making sure the front is facing you, you go to your next loop here and you go in it as well as around your hoop. There we go. And you do a single crochet, and that's attached the second location. So now again 10 single crochets around your hoop. And I just count the V's on top of the hoop. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. There you go. Okay. And then once again I go to my mandala, I go into the loop there and do my single crochet. Make sure that this loop, let me undo it, the loop that's on your hook, make sure that doesn't get bigger when you do this. So keep pulling it, keep, yeah, trying to, but it's better than this one. Okay, so make sure you really do this tightly, and there we go. So we've attached 3 locations now of our mandala, and then you can already start gauging, you know, pull it like this and it should be okay. See? And what I did sort of 6 of them, and then that sort of gives you half, and then I was almost halfway. So yes, I thought 10 stitches in between each attachment would work out really well. So that's what I'm going to keep on doing now. And I shall meet you when I have done that. Okay, so when you have attached the last loop, obviously you still need to work your stitches all the way to the beginning again as well. So I just keep going, and I found, yeah, doing 10 in between, that worked really well. I am making sure that my strands are laying nicely next to each other so they fill up the whole hoop, so there's no gaps like this. So I just sort of scoot them around a little bit just to make sure it all looks even and covered up. But I've loved making these. I mean, it's such a quick project. It would be a lovely gift as well to make for someone, because yeah, I mean, it's really easy to do. So this is about 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll scoot it over. I'll do a 10th one just for good measure. There we go. Okay, so that is, and it doesn't want to do it. That is my last stitch there. Then you find a V over here. I go under it and I do a slip stitch just to close the round. And I have to find my scissors. There we go. So I cut off this one and I just pull it out. There we go. I've left these out so I can attach them together. But then here, the one in the middle, I'm going to have to sew in. So get my darning needle out, put it on there, and just go round the middle. Just pull it slightly just to tighten it up a little bit, and then off you go, just darning it in. And like I said, it's so easy to make this little mandala. I've really enjoyed making all 7. In fact, going round the hoop does take a little bit of practice, but like you could see, I've gotten a lot better. I think, which one was the first one I did? This one here. So I've gotten a lot better than this one, although yeah, that looks okay as well. Okay, so now I need to put that in the right location. Let me just, and I am going to assemble it. In fact, it ends with the red one, so this one has to be at the bottom, this one at the top. So let's attach the chakras to one another. So taking the end of one of them, put it on your darning needle and hold up the next one, and sort of the lowest point at the base here, yeah, there, sort of go in there with your needle and pick up about 3-4 strands. Okay, pull it through, and then at about a distance of 2-3 centimeters like that, stop, go back and go back on itself over those same 4 strands. There you go, just attaching that one. Okay, then you go back to the one that the color is from, right next to sort of where the end is coming out of. You go and you pick up 3 or 4 strands there, like so. Again, making sure you don't shorten this distance here. And then what I've been doing, turning it over, and then I've just sewn in as much as I could along the hoop. There we go. And of course we've done this really well, so there's not much space in between the actual strands and the hoop to get your needle in. But it seems to work quite well like that. And I try to do it as long as I could, so that if I wanted to, I could, you know, maybe undo it and, you know, redo it or whatever I was going to do with those chakras. So then cut off your end, turn this back over, no, the other way, and there we go. Now, if you were to make this wall hanging, would you make it for yourself, for your shala, or for a yogi friend? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!